You can make your fortune without selling anything, without starting a business of your own, without leaving your present job, without trying to expand any business you currently operate, in your spare time, from your own home or office. Do you know anyone who sells anything? Heavy industrial equipment, novelties, closeouts, fashion clothing, oil field equipment, household appliances, surplus merchandise? You can make a real fortune by just introducing buyers to people with something to sell. When I was just a kid growing up on the farm, I discovered I could make a few extra bucks by putting buyers and sellers together and charging a commission. If Farmer Brown had a tractor for sale, I would make an arrangement with him to pay me a commission if I could find him a buyer. Then, when I found another farmer who needed a tractor, I would introduce him to Farmer Brown, and if he bought the tractor, I would get my commission. It was easy money because I knew almost everyone in the county, what they had for sale, and what they might buy, and I didn't have anything to sell. The farmer who owned the tractor did the selling. All I did was introduce the buyer to the seller and pocket the commission. Later, when I was in the Army, I learned that used car salesmen would pay me a bird dog fee if GIs I brought to their lots bought a car. I was earning finder's fees, introducing buyers to sellers, but I didn't know it at the time. During my stint in the Army, I acquired an old book about unusual businesses. It included a lengthy chapter about earning finder's fees. By the mid-1970s, I was known internationally as a successful finder, earning outrageous fees for finding some of the most diverse products and services you can imagine. As I pursued my career as a finder, I read everything I could find about finder's fees, and everything I read was nonsense. None of it vaguely resembled the truth about being a finder, and when I spoke to the authors, I learned that they, personally, had never earned any finder's fees. In 1978, after reading all the nonsense about finder fees, I decided to teach people about how to truly earn finder's fees. That's when I created my finder's fees course. Finder's fees, the easiest money you will ever make. Since it was first published in 1978, my finder's fee course has become the recognized Bible of the finder's fee industry. I've sold nearly 25,000 copies of my finder's fee course, and over 90% of the reports, articles, books, and courses about finder's fees on the market today were written by people who read my course before they wrote theirs. Do fast food franchises interest you? Many finders make staggering fees each year by finding locations for fast food franchises. Others earn smaller but consistent fees finding locations for vending machines and coin-operated games. It takes research, time, and an eye for consumer buying habits, but the fees would boggle your mind. How about trading less than $1 in postage in a couple of hours? Easy work for $100. Not a big fee, but if it was so easy, another finder couldn't pass it up. Reading a collector's magazine, he came across an ad seeking some college memorabilia from a college near his home. He made some local telephone calls, located the wanted items, wrote a letter, and earned an easy $100. Did you know there are firms in this country who manage hotels, mobile home parks, apartment buildings, etc. for the absentee owners? Those firms often pay substantial finder's fees if you can find properties for them to manage. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of pieces of machinery and equipment sitting unused in almost any industry. Find a buyer, earn a fee, I'll show you how. There are finder fees to be earned in every small town or big city in every state and country. Just match up the buyers and sellers, put them together, sit back, and collect your fees. And you can start your own finder's fee business for less than it would cost you for a good meal at a fine restaurant. All you really need is a word processor, business letterhead, and a telephone to get started. Learn from more than 30 years of experience. I've spent more than 30 years of my life as a finder, gathering facts and doing the things that you would need to do to be a professional finder. During those 30 plus years, I made every single mistake ever made by amateur finders until I learned how to do it right. Now you can learn from my mistakes and do it right your very first time. My course, Finder's Fees, the easiest money you'll ever make, is not prepared from any theory, opinion, or conjecture. It's all taken from my own personal and practical experience. Everything I have learned over the course of the last 30 years is in this course. It's not just a how-to book. It is a complete, ready-to-operate finder's fee business of your very own. To order a copy of Finder's Fees, the easiest money you'll ever make, simply click on the link in the description box below to go to our secure order form. Stop dreaming about being financially independent. Do something to become financially independent today, like earning your personal fortune as a professional finder, just like I did. Order today. For immediate delivery, simply click on the link in the description box below to go to our secure order form.